It's Latin. It means order through chaos, which was kind of what actually is totally what we have right now in the Trump administration, is to create problems and then step in, which is kind of what we were taught was the ruling, the governing tactic used by, governments. They create problems and then say, hey, let us mediate it. Here's a war on drugs. There's a war on crime. Now let us come in and fix it, when they really already decided who they wanted to target, and they just needed an excuse. They created, they flooded the communities with the drugs. The train stopped off, and I remember being a kid in Watts, and train tracks would stop, and the homie said it was just a gang of guns in them. So just trains that would stop with guns. So they create the situations and then say they want to fix the problem. What's up, brother? Ordo Ab Chao is really just talking about that. The song is me talking about, I understand the tactic that the government uses to control and divide people is really divide and conquer. And still knowing that, I deal with the fact that, I'm still a capitalist. I'm still an American. I still like, nice watches and cars and bitches, and how conflicted I am because, dealing with my own hypocrisy about that. So that's really what the song was about. It's actually the last song on the album. And basically the hook says, they don't feel you, but what you don't know can kill you. And at the end of the record, I'm in the booth and you hear a silencer and the body hits the ground. So basically I die at the end of Solo Nights. I'll get assassinated. And this album, Solo Nights 2, is kind of the last song on the album. I actually reference that. So on the new album, there's a hidden song where it's supposed to be hidden. It's called Ghosted. And the last line I say on that record is, I say, the first album ended with me in the booth getting smoked. This time I want to leave you with hope. Shalom, peace. So, it's about redemption. But, I think that I've always considered myself a realist. But sometimes, odds seem overwhelming and the cup is half empty. Solo Nights 2 is more about the cup being half full because I think the righteous win and the evil lose at the end of the day. That don't mean a lot of us ain't gonna get fucked up and killed, but it just means the devil don't win.
There will be better days, basically,
yeah.
And you mentioned Trump too at the beginning of that. Man, does shit ever surprise you anymore? It's like every day with that dude is some crazy shit. I've never seen nothing like
surprised. It. No, I think he is the. It's Malcolm X would say the chicken's coming home to roost. He is the personification of white entitlement and corruption with no moral authority, but then given all the power, and then and literally it's do as I say, not as I do. He is total white privilege personified.
It's almost to the point to where he could do and say whatever the hell he wants, and there's really no consequences, it seems.
Trump. And not that I'm a big fan of him, but Obama wore a tan suit and got caught shit for a week. This motherfucker done golf more than all the presidents combined in 3 years. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like lazy fucking white man that never worked a day in his life and gets all the power in the world. That's fucking hilarious. It's kind of like this slave master, and he's sitting there drinking his fucking lemonade on the porch, but he's rich because he's got all these fucking people, in indentured servitude and slavery, and he's talking about how hard he worked.
He said he was going to drain the swamp. It seems like he brought a bunch of parasites to the swamp. He brought more to it.
He brought his swamp. That's all.
Yeah.
He didn't drain shit. He put his alligators in that motherfucker. So, yeah. Hilarious.